Hi and welcome. I'm Paul.
And I'm Marie.
And we are a UK reselling couple based in Hampshire.
And this is our niching down experiment update.
Well, first I'd like to apologise for my ridiculous voice.
You're sounding very manly, my love.
Very manly.
Very manly.
Well, hello.
Well, hello.
Yeah, been a little bit ill.
Yeah.
So you're about to get it as well.
yeah. Pending doom.
Pending doom.
Yeah, Emsa's had it.
Yeah.
You've got it.
Yeah.
It's my turn next.
It's not the dreaded C. It's just.
No,
it was just.
you're testing.
I
You're
have
all
tested,
okay,
yeah.
aren't
We're
you?
all okay, yeah. But yeah, so I've just been a little bit ill. So this is our niching down experiment update.
Yes.
Let's see if it's actually worth niching down.
Yeah, we're going to see how long you can talk for.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be talking for long, so I might just be sat here watching Marie do it all.
That's all right, hon, because I'm used to waffling on, so it'll be all right.
Yeah,
We can sort that out. So we thought we'd give you an update. It's been a whole month since we last talked about this, and it's been quite an interesting month, isn't it, hon?
Yeah.
So if you're new to these niching down experiment videos, the whole premise was that originally we had two separate sites. Paul did new toys only, and I had a site that was mainly second-hand items and anything that was non-new toy related. And we had this really good idea of joining the two together. Being some sort of super site.
Yes.
And saving the £82.50 a month, because we both have big shops.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the technical term. Big shops.
It's
medium, is it?
Medium shop subscription.
Yes,
you've
been all
shop
posh.
subscription.
So the plan was that we were, helping each other. Anyway, Paul was doing all the photographs. I was doing a lot of Paul's listing. So we thought, let's just
do it all
lump
in
it
one
together and save some costs. And we did this for quite some time, didn't we? And then we realised that things weren't going quite as well. Both sites had been performing okay, never amazing, but they'd been going quite well, and then things
just started
plummeting, really.
Yeah, that's it. So,
and we sort of thought it might be to do with traffic. Perhaps we had at one point 1,900 listings, and we thought that the traffic was being spread across all of these random. I mean, we had a very eclectic mix of things, didn't we?
We did. I mean, the traffic thing, it might be a load of rubbish, but yeah, you just don't know, do you?
No, you just don't know.
It could be the fact that you're allocated, well, the theory is that you're allocated so much traffic and it's doing that instead of doing that to a certain category.
Yeah.
So all of your traffic is being spread over a wider net, if you
That's
say.
it. So we had the idea, because we had the second site that was not active. We thought, well, we're doing this clothing experiment for our daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
Let's reactivate that, put all the clothes and just do clothes and shoes on this separate site, pay for the small shop and see how it goes.
That's it.
And to start with, it was going quite well. So just to recap, we've now got 3 months worth of figures to show you. So on the 24th of June, we had our first sale. To the 15th of July, we did about 14 sales. But now we're going to tackle the 3 months, really. So it starts from the 16th of July to the 15th of August. We had 29 sales. It's not too bad. So it doubled, really, from the previous time period. That's it. I couldn't think of the words. So then the next month, so now we're into the 16th of August to the 15th of September, we'd had quite a good month, and we had 81 sales. So that had more than doubled. Now, that was when we did the last update, and I think in that update we were pretty chuffed with ourselves.
We were.
We had
quite well.
managed to build something that had 81 sales in 1 month. Bearing in mind that from the start we've only ever listed 5 items of clothing or shoes a day. That's all it's been, and we purposely kept it like that to see
if it can grow.
Yeah, that's it. Because we still have our what we call our big site now.
Yeah.
This is the little site. We still have our big store, don't we? Where we are listing 10 a day. So to be able to balance the two and do 15 in total can be quite challenging. So we decided that we would not, spend too much time on the clothing site. It would only ever get 5 a day, and we'll see what we could build it to with that 5 a day. So just to give you a rough idea, we originally, between July and August, we had 8 no sale days. So this is something we've also looked at, is the number of no sale days against the number of sale days. But just going back to the sales, because we've just talked about the 81, what we haven't mentioned is that from the 16th of September to the 15th of October, we were expecting in our last update, for it to double. So we were looking at around about the 160 items selling. Yeah. That's what we sort of thought.
Yes.
How naive of us, hun. I just want to apologise to all the clothing resellers out there, because we made it look like we were high flying and we were going to have all these sales coming in, and now we have egg on our face, don't we? Because we've had nowhere near that. We've not even done 81 sales.
No.
We have sold 67 items between the 16th of September and the 15th of October, and we have questioned what has gone wrong, haven't we?
We have.
So now let's have a look at the no sale days. Why is there such a dramatic difference when for the last 3 months it's been building and suddenly it's fallen off a cliff? So our no sale days in July and August were 8. Then we went to the 16th of August to the 15th of September, and we had 5 no sale days. Now we could see a pattern, and when we spoke to you last time in September, the 15th of September, we could already see that between the 1st and the 15th of September we had had 1 no sale day. So again, we were pretty smug, and we thought, well, we might only have 1 or 2. It won't be anywhere near 5 because it's going on that downward slope.
Yeah.
Now, and it is interesting, because between the 1st and the 30th of September we did only have the 1 no sale day. Now, in a minute when we take you into the office and show you the graph, you will see that there was another day that looks like it was a no sale day, but we did have a sale, but we had to do a refund.
Yeah.
Isn't that annoying, hun, when you've got to do a refund? Yeah. So the graph will show it was a no sale day, but it was actually a day we had to refund.
Yes.
So between the 1st and the 30th of September, we only had the 1 no sale day. Look at us. We thought that was going to be pretty good, but then October come along, and on the 1st of October, you're right. On the 1st of October, we had a no sale day, and that was it, hun. Things plummeted from then, because between the 1st and the 15th of October, so just 15 days, we had 5 no sale days, and we were starting to question what has happened. So we weren't expecting to get 5 no sale days between the 16th of September and the 15th of October, and we've had 5 in a really short space of time. Now, it's like anything, you sort of question why. We don't really know.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
No, go on, you'll carry on. So yes, we are questioning why have we had these no sale days, because we've listed 5 every single day. Poor old Hunler, he's feeling really rough. And when we last spoke, we had used the words, it's building quite nicely, and we wonder if we've been a little bit too smug. And that's why it's all gone wrong. We've been taken down a peg or 2. Sales have not been as good. The no sale days are still there. And it has left us wondering what has gone wrong. Now, what we have been looking at is the items that have sold. And because we've got nothing to compare it to, so for example, in between August and September, when we sold 81 items, we could only compare it to the previous month and the month before that. But realistically, as a clothing reseller, that might be one of the busiest months of the year, but we don't know that because we've only been doing this for 3 months. So we sort of thought it was just going to keep building, didn't we?
We did. I'm back. I've got a glass of water.
But realistically, we probably haven't got the right items for October. We didn't have the forethought to get things like coats and jumpers, did we? We just...
No,
We've been buying lots of clothing, just putting it on, randomly putting it on every day, not really thinking that trends might change and people's shopping habits might change. No one wants a short sleeve shirt in the middle of October.
That's
So
it.
of course we've got a shop filled with some summery items, a few wintry items, but really we weren't geared up.
We didn't plan right, really.
Well, we didn't know, did we?
Well,
I think when we started doing it, we were just buying things there and then that were we focused on price.
Yeah.
So that may be why we haven't done so well.
That may be the reason. I mean, we're sort of guessing, really, aren't we? That's the sort of reason. I mean, it may sort of make sense, really, that it probably is, but you just don't know, really.
No, I mean, we did in our clothing video, we did a jumpers special a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And quite a lot, 159 odd jumpers were sold in one day. So realistically, I don't think we were set up to cover the trends of what would be needed at certain points of the year, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't, because we're doing quite a lot. We're trying to, you sort of spread yourself a little bit thin.
Yeah.
You don't sort of really have a good think about what is required from having a clothing site at certain points of the year. So,
no, we just literally been buying
we've just
stuff.
been buying stuff. Oh yeah, that's a good name. That's good quality. Blah 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 blah. And yeah, people still go on holiday, still buy summer stuff,
They
but
do.
obviously not
as much.
Not as much. So it's a lesson.
Well, it is. I mean,
For
we're
us, really.
guessing that's why we've not done as well.
I mean, it might not be that at all.
I mean, there'll be some people watching these videos thinking 67. That's quite good. Especially if you're part time and you're getting those sort of numbers. That's really good. But for us, our aim was really to try and sort of get to the sort of £100 a day mark. That's sort of what we're really wanting to build it to, if we can. But we don't know whether we can build it to that, based on listing just 5 items a day. And it is interesting, Hum, because on the last video we did, we had 9 days where we had achieved between £65 and £87. Whereas on this last month, we only had 3 days where we got
that sort of figure.
Yeah. But what was interesting is we had our highest day where we did sell £127.52's worth in one day.
Yeah.
That was followed by 2 no sale days. So it's proper random, which is what sometimes eBay can be. I mean, you did say to me that they've been doing some sort of tweaking in early October.
They always do. They always do. Just before Q4, they tend to have a tweak, or just after, and that might have done something. But it's. Because buying habits change.
They do.
And, you know what I mean? They're changing all the time. So it might be just a coincidence that,
could be. I mean, we also had an open return, didn't we, for 2 or 3 days?
We did know whether it's difficult with that, because you try and gauge whether it does actually affect it or not. A lot of people believe it does affect it. And there is evidence when we've had returns that things do drop off a bit, but then when they don't pick up again, or when they don't, I don't know. You're not sure about that one.
No, but today, I mean, we are filming this. What day is it today? Is it the 17th?
It's the 17th today.
So today we've had 3 sales.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time we had a day with 3 sales.
Yeah.
It's been so slow. And I just wonder if that open return has affected 2 or 3 days worth of.
I mean, that's on the clothing site. We have button in.
No, you're right.
The other site has dropped as well.
Yeah.
We haven't had the no sale days, but it has dropped.
But it has dropped. Whether it's that time of year, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, really, it's trying to have a look to see what we can do to make it better. Really, what we don't ever do is give up, do we? We will see something through to the bitter end.
We will keep going and going and going.
And if we are trying to get £100 per day, that is pretty much what we will do. We will try.
We will try everything we can try
to try and get to that.
And then we'll know then what we did, and the plan to move forward.
Yes, I think if something's not working, you've got to look at how you can change it to make it work. I mean, at the minute we have 355 items listed. We haven't listed our 5 today yet. All the photos are taken and they're ready, but I haven't drafted them yet. So by the end of today, we will have 360 items. We just really thought that once we got to this stage, we wouldn't have no sale days, not so many anyway, especially in a short space of time. what we have also started doing now is looking at relisting some of the older items that have been on for more than 3 months.
I think there was something, it was at eBay Open events, wasn't there? They were saying that, well, excuse me, so I think, I'm not sure, it was either 3 months or 9 months.
Yeah, I think Mel's thing said 9 months, but I think there's someone else said 3 months.
3 months, so it's difficult. So we're sort of looking at ending, tweaking, changing things, changing pictures, changing prices, and then relisting, and doing that a few times.
And we didn't know whether to go down
stuff,
like the sales seminar or the relist route, did we? We watched Chris's. We were desperately waiting for that video to come out because we wanted to see his results. So if you haven't seen that, take a look at Cookie and the Hayden's results. It was to do with the relist
or sell similar. And see,
great video, and that has sort of sent us down the relist path. Oh, spoiler!
Yeah, we'll just give that a
spoiler, go. Just to give it a try, because you've got to, if something's not working or if you think it can be improved, you've got to try everything. So I think I've waffled on enough, Hun. Shall we take them to the computer and show them the graph, because you'll see everything's down, and I don't quite know what we're going to do to make it come back up again.
We'll figure something out.
We need a wand, Hun. That's what we need, a wand.
Magic wand. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. Got the report for the 16th of September to the 15th of October.
Yeah. And as you can see, it shows that the sales are down by 14.3%. The quantity sold is down by 13%. It's all looking a little bit sad, Hun, isn't it?
It is looking sad, yeah.
Sales down.
So everything is down, which is crazy. We just didn't... well, I don't know.
Well, if you go back up to that thingy bit there, Hun, it does show what's down, and that is the men's clothing, shirts and tops. And I suppose realistically, we're not going to be selling a lot of short sleeve polo tops or shirts.
I mean, this is interesting, isn't it? When you look at it, and you've got women's dresses, it's up by 168%.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Men's clothing's down.
Jumpers are up. Men's jumpers, which is understandable. What with it being, a bit chillier now.
And women's jumpers and cardigans are up as well.
But I think we did sell a fair few, casual shirts and tops in the men's department. So. It's trying to figure out what we can replace that with.
So really, looking at that, it's sort of saying in a way that the jumpers and all the sort of winter wear. Really,
it's coming into play, and we weren't set up for that.
We haven't been prepared for that.
No.
But yeah, I mean, you can see from this graph here, can't you?
See, that was our good day, Hun. Look.
Well, see that massive spike there.
But then straight after the best day we've ever had,
and then it dropped to nothing.
Two no sale
days there and there. That's crazy. So yeah, it's been a bit blocky, I would say. There's no.
What is interesting to note is that we actually had a sale on the end of September that took us through to the 9th, I think.
9th of October, which is, where are we? That's the 4th.
So we did expect it to go down, but even the sale wasn't very good compared to the previous month. The previous month's sale we sold, I think when we did one of the Friday videos, we sold about 11 items for the challenge.
Yeah.
But it's never been as good as that. So, mind you did notice in the other site as well that as soon as the sale ended, it sort of plummeted.
It did plummet, yeah. I mean, we seem to do reasonably well with the sale, don't we? But I mean...
This has fallen off a cliff, isn't it?
It has, really, yeah.
And all those no sale days straight after our really good day, it's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're trying to figure it out. This is a thing with eBay, is the algorithm. You can never quite figure it out. And it's difficult to know how to go forward when you don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand we perhaps haven't, some of the summer clothing's not going to sell now. But we've still got a fair amount that can also be wintry clothing.
Yeah.
So I just, I don't understand it.
Just, in case some people don't know, just seeing this grey line here, this grey line is the previous time period. So that'll be the same dates, but the previous month.
That's right.
Sort of thing. So you can see how
down it is.
Yeah, how different it is when you look at the grey line, what it was the previous month. But yeah, So we've just got to really figure it out and see what we're going to do on that.
Well, our ultimate aim was to build it.
Yeah,
And I think because we had used the wording, because I did watch the last video before we filmed this video, just to familiarise myself with what we said.
Yeah.
And I think we come across a little bit too smug, hun.
Did we?
We said, it's building quite nicely.
Oh, excellent.
And whenever you're a bit like that, you get taken down a peg or two. And I think that's what's happened here. I think we were too smug too soon. And bam, some no-sale days, some rubbish sales, and here we are. That's it. And we were just too confident is what it was.
Yeah.
So now we're faced with a situation where it's a downturn. We don't quite know why. Yes, I think some of it is to do with not having perhaps some of the right items of clothing. If we'd have had more jumpers, we might have sold a bit more. But I think, in the charity shops, you can only get what's there, really. And, perhaps in March, April time, they might be selling off their jumpers cheap, which is probably when we'll be able to buy them. But, in the summer, there were no jumpers really to buy. So you can't always predict, and you can't always plan, and you can't always get the right stock for the right time. But, in the future, we will know and be able to plan it a bit better.
Yeah.
But going forward, all we can do, hun, is really try and relist things to try and get ourselves higher up in the searches. We will have another sale at the end of October.
Yep, we will do, yeah.
We will keep listing our 5 a day.
Yep.
And just keep plodding on, I think, hun.
I think the 5 a day is that's going to be on top of the relists.
Yes, I think so. I think I might try and do 5 relists a day, just to give it,
and as well as
the five listings a day, just to see if that makes any difference at all. And I think what we'll do is we will come back to you in another month, just to compare. We'll try a few little tricks and tips and cross all of our fingers and hope that we can show you that we can turn it around, because the whole point of the experiment was to see whether we could run it alongside our normal, what we call the big shop, to try and bump our sort of takings up, because to be honest, it has been a difficult year for us. With everything costing more money, unfortunately we need more money. This was a way of trying to generate some more income for us, so it's not so much of a struggle. And at the minute we're left thinking, well, what are we doing? What it's not working. But I think perhaps we were just expecting it to grow too quickly, and it hasn't. This downturn has worried us a bit.
Well, I think the thing is, though, you do have to look at it as a whole. I mean, we've only been doing it for, what was it, three months? 3.5 months now.
Yeah.
But generally, when you do this sort of thing, you have to look over quite a long time period. You have good months, you have bad months.
Yes, swings and roundabouts, I suppose, isn't it?
It does, yeah. And we've been doing this long enough now to know that really it's over a whole year. Yes.
And I hope people aren't looking at the sales there and thinking that we're being a bit ungrateful, because to get almost £1,000 when we're only listing 5 a day is, some people will be really chuffed with that, and we are pleased. But I think because we've had 3 months of it doubling and building, we were, I think we were just expecting too much because we had nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, obviously you're looking at the total sales there, but obviously we include postage in all of ours as well. So there's a lot of fees, a lot of postage,
so
and all that to come out of that. We won't be getting that figure.
No, so I hope that we're not coming across as ungrateful or greedy, because what we're trying to do is just trying to prove to ourselves that we can build something into something where we're hoping to be able to get £100 a day from it, and we're just trying to figure out what we need to do to get it to that £100 a day. I think personally that in the future we would have to list more than 5 a day to be able to get it to build to that, but only time will tell. We're still finding our feet, aren't we, really, hun?
Yeah.
So I think all we can do at this stage is try a few different tactics.
Yeah, we will, yeah.
And come back to you in a month, and hopefully
we'll have a different story.
Yeah, we'll go out now and buy a load of coats.
Yeah.
And hope that does the trick. But yes, we'll keep you updated, because I know there'll be new people watching these sort of videos trying to to see what you can build from very little, and this is, you know, the aim.
It's knowing whether you can do it just with clothing.
That's it.
That this is, you know what I mean. This is
just
the thing
clothes and shoes. Can you make a decent living from it?
Yeah.
And you know, listing 5 a day doesn't take a lot of our time, does it? Really?
No.
So yes, we could devote more time to it. It's just trying to build it to a reasonable sort of income. To see whether we're going to actually keep doing it or not. But
yeah,
I think we'll report back in a month, and hopefully we'll have some sort of improvement to show you.
Yes, yeah. Well, fingers crossed.
So thanks ever so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our video. And if you liked our content,
please like and subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to receive notification for future videos.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.